This is video 5 of MPA100, Fundamentals of Music for Cal State Monterey Bay. I'm Dr. Ovens, Douglas Ovens. Today we're going to talk about key signatures. So last time we had finished up in video 4 covering how we build scales on the flat side of the circle of fifths. And we had already in video 3 talked about this in the circle of fifths on the sharp side. This side over here was video 3 and over here video 4. So these scales that we had built, let's go ahead and start with, say, a D major scale. Starting from C, G, D, however you want to do it, find your D. And we know that D major now is built with two sharps. From D, whole step gets me to E, whole step gets me to F sharp, half step to G, A, B, C sharp, D. So this scale has two sharps, and we have this thing called the key signature, which is a shorthand, a way that we can write what notes we're going to use when we play the key of D major. We're going to have F sharps, and we're going to have C sharps, and we write them there and there. And this is very specific. When we are on A major, remember, we go around the circle of fifths, we add another sharp each time we go around. It's the 7th degree. So our new sharp in A is G sharp, and that's how we write that. You see F sharp, C sharp, and the G sharp. And if we go one up from A, we end up on the key of E, which is 4 sharps, the new sharp being D sharp, and it's written right here. And you see there's this very cool pattern about this. The first sharp we wrote, the F sharp we wrote up here on the top line. When we added the C sharp for D, we went down a fourth, a line, skip a line, and a space. Line, space, line, space. There's our fourth. When we added the G sharp for A major, we went up a fifth from the C sharp. Space, line, space, line, space. And we added the D, down a fourth. So it's down a fourth, up a fifth, down a fourth. What I'm pointing out is that it's very specific. And the reason for the specificity is because, again, we're going around that circle of fifths to get our new key and our new sharps. So when we write the key signatures, we want to be very careful that we write them in this very specific way. E major is 4 sharps, but it's these 4 sharps in this order. Down a fourth, up a fifth, down a fourth. F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp. So we want to practice that. By the same token, on the flat side, it's again a system like that. We start on C, but if we go down a fifth, we get to F. Our first key on the flat side is F major. We know we need a B flat for F major. It's written right here on the treble clef, the middle line. And when we go to B flat major, we add another flat, the 4th degree of the scale. And you see, it's this B flat, this E flat, up a fourth. When we go on to A flat, up a fourth, from B flat, E flat. In the key of E flat, or A flat is our new flat, up a fourth, down a fifth. It's just like this, only sort of in a mirror image. I'm just pointing that out because I want you to be aware that as you write your key signatures, you want to be very specific and write them in this way. E flat major has 3 flats, but it's these 3 flats written in these locations. Okay, so practice those. This brings us to a whole new issue, and that is the issue of minor scales. And you'll be happy to know that because you are such experts on your major scales, you actually already know 12 minor scales also. It's like, twice for your money. The key of C major is all the white keys. That's the key of C major. It's also the key of A minor. But we would play the same keys, but starting from the note A. That is the key or the scale of A minor. Now we're going to learn there's actually 3 forms of the minor scale. There's the one we're learning today, the natural minor, and then there's one called the harmonic minor and one called the melodic minor. But today we're only going to care about the natural minor. And also this concept of relative minors. And what relative minor means is that every one of these major scales actually has a minor scale that uses the exact same notes, and that is its relative. So G major, those notes with an F sharp is also the notes we play for the key of E natural minor. So if I start on an E and I play the notes of G major, E, F sharp, that's the scale of E natural minor. We'll do one more. D major, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D is also the scale of B minor. Now here's what you can notice here. If I start on the 6th degree of any major scale, that is the tonic for the relative minor. So if I'm in C major and I go up to the 6th degree, I land on A. A to A, using the notes of C major, is A natural minor. And that's where I'll stop.